I thought running Windows 7 in 2026 without turning your PC into a security risk was impossible. Then I tried this build and it changed my mind. It's the full Windows 7 experience, the UI, the sounds, all of it, built on a modern, stripped-down core, so it still gets official updates and the security center keeps running. No bloatware, no clutter, and it feels faster than Windows 11. If you miss the old days, don't skip this. You might be looking at the only safe way back to that classic setup. Hello and welcome to HT, and if you are our daily viewer, welcome back. Today, we will take a look how Windows 7 2026 Edition v4 performs against Windows 11. In case you are wondering where to get hands on this OS, you will find the link in the pinned comments along with the link to the installation video on our channel Apidus. Quick heads up before the numbers. This is a premium build. Watch what pops on screen for everything included. Once you see the package, the value stops being a mystery. First matchup, pre-installed apps. Windows 11 boots into a crowded start menu, pins stacked everywhere, recommendations fighting for attention, 33 apps already on the system, and most of them will not uninstall no matter how hard you try. From the first minute, it feels cluttered and unfocused, like the OS is already working against you. Windows 7 opens the opposite way. Clean start, 0 pinned apps, 0 recommended apps, and the pre-installed app count also 0. You choose what gets installed. Microsoft does not fill the machine for you. Disk usage next, because storage still matters. Clean Windows 11 takes 26.7 gigabytes before you add a single program. Your drive loses a chunk of space on day one and you haven't even opened a browser yet. Windows 7 finishes install at 9.21 gigabytes. Much smaller, much lighter. That leftover space goes to your apps, games, and files instead of sitting inside Microsoft's default pile. Now, the idle RAM test everyone asks about run on a 4 gigabyte machine. Windows 11 sits at 2.8 gigabytes just idling. That is more than half your RAM gone with nothing open. A couple of Chrome tabs is enough to choke the system and make everything feel sticky. Windows 7 does not have that problem. It holds at 1.3 gigabytes idle on the same 4 gigabyte setup. Cleaner from the jump, and you can actually use the machine without panic. Still feels high for your use case? Open Velotic Pro, go to the cleanup page, and enable AI RAM cleaning. Within seconds, usage drops to 0.6 gigabytes. If you want Windows installers leaner, quieter on RAM, and stripped of junk, Velotic is the tool. Not sponsored, we built it ourselves. Velotic is a Windows utility that brings your PC maintenance into one place. Let me show you what it does. The dashboard. A clear readout of your system, processor, memory, storage. The information you need without opening half a dozen menus. Gaming. Velotic adjusts settings to improve frame rates and configure your GPU for games. The changes are applied for you. No manual registry edits, no guessing which toggle matters. Automatic cleanup. When your system needs it, Velotic frees RAM and removes junk files. It runs quietly in the background. You set your preferences and leave it alone. BLOAT. Choose a pre-built profile or create your own. Remove bundled software and services you do not want. Windows stays, just leaner, closer to how you prefer it. App installs. Search for software inside Velotic and install directly. One step, one source. No third-party download sites, no extra installers bundled in. Compression and power tuning. Compress disk data to recover space, up to 70% on supported files with no noticeable performance hit. Separate tools tune the CPU for lower heat and better battery life on portable machines. 500 plus tweaks. Fine-grained control over how Windows behaves. Every change is optional. Use as many or as few as you want. Everything in one application. Cleanup, debloating, installs, compression, tweaks, normally scattered across separate tools. Velotic combines them. Early bird access is linked below. Windows 11 to Tiny 11. Open debloat, select Tiny 11, press play. Velotic manages the full debloat from start to finish. That is the workflow most users come for. Velotic is available now at early bird pricing, link in the description. Back to benchmarks. Idle CPU load on both systems. Windows 11 runs 144 processes, 2,100 threads, and 59,000 handles while doing nothing. That is a lot of background noise chewing cycles you never asked for. Windows 7 runs 86 processes, 1,230 threads, and 29,000 handles on the same hardware. Far less chatter under the hood. That means better temps, more FPS in games, and lower latency when you need the machine to respond. Geekbench 6 is the real-world punch. Windows 11 finishes at 2,149 single-core and 4,667 multi-core. Same machine, same test. Windows 7 posts 2,497 single-core and 6,606 multi-core. One PC, one benchmark, clear gap. We'll drop the result links in the description so you can check the numbers yourself. Configuration section, Windows Defender works just fine in Windows 7 2026 Edition v4. It ships disabled by default, so it is not nagging you in the background or throwing false positives while you work. Need protection on? Open the Configure app, go to the Defender section and click Enable. That is it. Windows Defender is live. You can confirm the status in Security Center whenever you want. Updates next. Security updates stay enabled, so only security patches install quietly in the background. Other updates are paused. Turn those back on only if you truly need them, because unpausing can mean Microsoft auto-installs bloat you never requested. You can disable all updates from Configure, but that is not recommended. Killing every update breaks the Microsoft Store. Speaking of Store, it works in Windows 7 like any normal Windows. With 0 apps preloaded, you will need Store for daily utilities like Notepad, Calculator, and Snipping Tool. Launch it normally, search the app you want, hit Get, and installation starts. Have a Microsoft or Xbox account? Sign in here and pull your purchased apps and games. After install, Notepad runs clean with no issues. Famous stress test time, running Windows 7 on just 256 megabytes of RAM. For reference, that was normal memory in the 1990s, roughly 25 to 30 years ago. This 2026 build still boots on 256 megabytes. Of course, it is not blazing fast at that level. Speed is not the goal. The goal is showing how low it can go. And when we say stability, we mean it. No crash at 256 megabytes. We kept our promise. Your turn now. Like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. The purchase link for Windows 7 is in the pinned comment. We provide you security and support that other builds skip. Sure, free builds are floating around, but they are unsafe, unstable, broken, or packed with malware hiding inside. Here's the deal. You get a safe OS that stays steady for work and daily use. Hit a problem? We've got your back. Get it now before the deal is gone. Thanks for watching. This is the Harbor of Tech sailing off.